For someone who goes to McDonald's several times a week, I mean, that's really detrimental to your health. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today, it's almost about 9 a.m. I got a couple appointments today, and I decided to come to McDonald's to go ahead and see how much it's going to cost to purchase a sandwich with a meal, a breakfast sandwich. It's been a very long time since I've done this, since I've actually come to McDonald's and gotten a breakfast sandwich. I think the last time that I ate one of these, it was provided to me. I think it was at a field trip. Actually, I remember the last time I ate McDonald's, and I'll go ahead and I'll post that in a separate video. I just remembered, and I think it should be interesting. I've been holding this video for a while. I've been making this video for a very long time, but I do remember the last time I actually had a breakfast sandwich from McDonald's. So anyways, so I'm here right now at the drive-thru. It's a double drive-thru. Yeah, McDonald's gets very full in the morning. There's a lot of people, and lifestyle inflation is definitely creeped up. My guess is that this breakfast is probably going to be somewhere around $10, just from what I've seen and heard. Now, it can vary from region to region. I'm here in Southern California, so I do expect it to be kind of high. Probably going to end up getting a biscuit, I think that's what it is, or a McMuffin, not sure. Like I said, it's a very, very long time. I don't know how my body's gonna react to this, because like I said, I don't eat this stuff every day. There's a very good chance I might not be able to eat it all. Maybe I will, but I don't think it's gonna sit well with my stomach. Just because I usually eat very light breakfasts, and I feel like this is gonna be a very heavy breakfast. Even if it's just a breakfast sandwich with a hash brown and a drink, I still think that it's going to be heavy on my stomach. So it's probably going to ruin my lunch, but I'm willing to do this just to be able to see how much a breakfast costs here at McDonald's. Now, someone did comment on one of my previous videos about just going online and looking at the prices, but it's not the same to come to the actual restaurant, pay for it, pay the taxes, and then also get the experience of actually getting the food, tasting it, and giving my 2 cents on the quality of the food, and also how much it actually does cost after taxes. Because if you go online, obviously you can get the prices of the stuff, but it doesn't come with taxes. So I just wanted to give it a try. And again, this is something that is for Southern California for the most part. Some cities may have a higher tax. Let's see how this goes. I don't know if you guys can see that well. The menu's kind of toasted. It says freshly toasted bagels. No prices on this though.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Are you going to be using any coupons or rewards today?
No. Can I get a breakfast meal? Sausage biscuit? Sausage and egg biscuit?
¿Sausage biscuit tiene el combo o el puro sándwich?
The combo.
¿Sí?
Let me have the combo, and can I get an iced tea?
¿Iced tea?
Yeah. Yeah, you medium or large, either way, large iced tea. Unsweetened iced tea. Unsweetened iced tea.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Okay, so with the combo, it's gonna be 13 with 12. Let me know. Thank you.
13, okay, thank you. Okay guys, so I got my order. Here's my McDonald's order. Now, this is something that I was not expecting, and like I said before, I was under the impression that I was going to pay somewhere around $10 for this McDonald's breakfast. But no, that's not the case. This meal actually came to $13.12. $13.12 for a breakfast at McDonald's. That's what it's come down to. I got a sausage egg biscuit with hash brown and unsweetened iced tea. Now, this unsweetened iced tea, I did get a large unsweetened iced tea just because, I mean, it has no sugar. So it's not really gonna make a difference. So maybe it could have been $12 if I would have gotten a medium or a small. But even then, I think this is outrageous how much people are paying right now for a breakfast. And you know, that line at McDonald's was so full, they had a double drive-thru. Now, given the fact that they did give me the breakfast really fast, so that is actually a plus. Now, let's get to see what quality we get here. This is pretty much gonna be my breakfast and my lunch, because there's a very good chance that I'm not gonna have an appetite for lunch. And who knows, maybe it'll even ruin my dinner, I don't know. Because I'm not used to eating this type of food again. But I am doing this for investigative purposes, for myself and for my viewers. Take this as precaution. Do not go to McDonald's and purchase a breakfast meal. This is outrageous. People are getting ripped off. Their health is definitely going down the drain with this food. So I do not recommend that you do this. This will be the last time that I eat a breakfast at McDonald's until who knows when. I mean, if I do this once a year, I don't think it's going to be detrimental to my health. But like I said, I do remember the last time that I ate a McDonald's breakfast. And again, in a future video, I will let you guys know when was the last time. And let me put it this way. It's been over 2 years since I've had a breakfast from McDonald's. All right, let's see what we have in this bag. So we have a hash brown. Now, the last time that I had a breakfast at McDonald's, I did not eat the hash brown. All I had was the sandwich. And again, it was provided to me as a part of a group that we were in. The host of this group was the one who provided all the McDonald's. He basically had these real large bags full of McDonald's breakfast sandwiches. And that is what the entire group ate. That was the only thing available. So unfortunately, I did have to have, I think it was an Egg McMuffin last time. So I didn't even have a biscuit. I had a McMuffin. So let's bite into this. It's nice and crunchy. It's a little salty though. I don't really eat these types of foods. I try to stay away from these types of meals. It's just, I feel like it's very greasy. And you could see that there's a lot of grease on there as well. So they did give a lot of napkins though. Probably because they know that there's a lot of grease in this food. And I got the sausage biscuit with egg. Here it is. It looks like something that you would get in the frozen food section when you're at the grocery store. I would think that if you go to the grocery store and you buy something similar to this in the frozen food section, maybe you're spending maybe $2 to $3 for it. Comment down below if you think I'm exaggerating, but I do think that this is something that you could buy at the frozen food section. You could probably get, you know, maybe 1 or 2 of them for like $5 maybe. So let's bite into this and see how it tastes. You know, the biscuit tastes way better than what I had the other day at Popeyes. That biscuit was definitely old and stale. You could tell the difference. This is nice and hot. So I will give McDonald's credit. They're charging $13 for a breakfast meal, but it actually tastes pretty good. It's not too salty. Like I said, I'm not used to eating these types of foods, but I feel like it's pretty satisfying. I mean, it'll get the job done. But Don't eat this every day. And if you do decide to eat one of these, it has to be on a pinch. And I would say for the minimum, if you are going to go to McDonald's and buy a breakfast sandwich, I would probably do it at least just once a year maybe. And that's just kind of because you're in a pinch, because you have nothing else going on. Maybe you're going from point A to point B and you're in a rush, and then you get a McDonald's meal. But for someone who goes to McDonald's several times a week, I mean, that's really detrimental to your health. The sausage biscuit is really good. Yeah, again, I give kudos to the McDonald's because it actually tastes pretty good. It tastes pretty good. I'm going to give my honest review. The other day, that food was disgusting. But this food actually tastes decent. So I have nothing bad to say about this meal. The only thing that I can say is that I'm not too much of a fan of the hash brown. I just feel like it's way too greasy. The fact that it's $13. Those are the two things that I think that are detrimental to society right now. The fact that if you're spending $13 a day and you do this several times a week, and that's just breakfast, then what about lunch? Lunch the other day was what, $15, but probably it's more now. If you go to a burger joint, I'm pretty sure if you go get a Big Mac meal right now, you're probably spending more than $15 as well. So maybe $16, $17. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to try a Big Mac meal. I don't think I want to go get a Big Mac meal. I don't, it's not good for you, and this is something that I wanted to review, but I don't want to do this too often because, again, it just ruins the rest of my meals for the day. It throws off my health. I probably won't get the same sleep that I get every day because my body doesn't react well to these types of foods. I've noticed that I have to eat certain types of foods to be able to get a good night's sleep. So there's a very good chance that today I'm probably not going to get the best sleep that I usually get. Or I'll probably have brain fog. I don't know. But cheers. Wow. Well, another thing I wanted to mention was the fact that I did go online and I looked around at different restaurants that I could possibly do a review on as well. I did see that Subway has outrageous prices. If you just walk into a Subway restaurant right now, Subway tends to have very outrageous prices for their subs. And I feel like the quality is not there as well. I do remember a couple months ago, I did have a Subway sandwich with a friend. We went to Subway locally in Palm Desert, and the quality wasn't that good. And I think I ended up spending probably around $9-10 for Subway and a drink. So it was kind of pricey. I did have some stuff, but I just felt like the condiments weren't as fresh, and the employees are very rude. So that's one of the things that you will get. Now at this McDonald's, I did notice that the employees were not rude. They were nice. You didn't feel like they were there grumpy. Sometimes you can tell immediately if the employees don't want to be there. But I actually felt that they provided good customer service and the line was fast. So even though there was a ton of cars, I think I only waited like maybe less than 5 minutes and I was able to get my food and leave. So that's not bad. But not every McDonald's has that same customer service. Some McDonald's restaurants are very slow. I know that in the past I have gotten complaints from clients that I've talked to about eating fast food and the quality of service that they are providing nowadays. but they're all different, and they're all subject to different taxes and different fees. Some of them might be owned by the actual company, McDonald's, and some of them might be franchises. So they might be independently owned. I think the one I went to here, I think it is independently owned. But maybe that's the reason why there's better customer service. I don't know. And again, most of these restaurants, okay, they actually have the inside, they have these machines now, these big screens where you can order now. So you don't, they cut down on the staff, and I'm pretty sure that the staff in there, they're not making $20 an hour. They're probably making $21, $22, $23 an hour. So that's just the state minimum here. Now, in other states, they get paid less. So I'm pretty sure that you could probably get the same meal in a different state here in the United States for probably about $9 to $10. Comment down below if you've eaten one of these meals lately and what you've paid for it, if you're in a different state that's not California. And I do think that even in other countries, these meals are probably in a very similar price range, with the exchange rate obviously different, but I'm pretty sure that even in another country, the US equivalent is probably going to be $8 to $10 for a meal like this, but they probably won't have the same ingredients, or they probably won't taste the same. And you know, another thing that McDonald's are doing and these other restaurants to cut down on costs, there's a couple things that I have been brought to my attention. Number one is that a lot of these restaurants, they're starting to use artificial intelligence in the drive-thru. So when you go through, instead of getting an actual human taking your order, now it's a chat bot. So you go in there, you ask for your meal, and the chat bot automatically responds, and they already know what you're going to ask. So you don't have to speak to a human in the drive-thru anymore. A lot of these restaurants are getting smart. They're investing in these technologies, and it's making it a lot more efficient for these restaurants. They don't have to pay someone to be taking those orders, and so that cuts down on staff as well. Another thing that they are doing too, and then also comment down below if you've seen this as well, where a lot of these fast food places, they're actually shutting down the interior of the restaurant, which means that maybe this McDonald's, it's only open for breakfast during a certain period of time inside for dine-in, and then maybe it gets to, maybe they only do it certain days, or maybe they do it only certain hours, and then the rest of the time the actual inside of the restaurant is closed off to the public, and they just do drive-thrus, and that cuts down on hiring employees to be cleaning the restrooms and cleaning the inside, because obviously as people go in and out, someone has to be in there cleaning that environment and making sure that the restrooms are in pretty decent condition for the walk-in customers. So that also has cut down on the amount of money that these restaurant owners have to spend. So I have seen that where they'll have a big banner saying drive-thru only, and it's a restaurant that usually would provide dine-in service as well. So that's actually getting very popular nowadays. And you know, these fast food restaurants, it's all about margins. You know, the good thing is it looks like this sandwich, it's a pretty decent size. I don't think McDonald's has cut back on the size of this, and the quality is actually pretty decent here. You know, I might actually finish this, which surprises me, because this seems like a lot of food actually. It's a really big biscuit, and maybe it is poison to my health, but if I do this once every couple years, I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. Yeah, I might actually save some for later, I think. I think I've had enough bites of this. And for the hash brown, I don't think I'm going to be eating this. I think I've had enough bites of it. It's just too greasy. And I think I read online, or maybe when I was doing my research on restaurants, I noticed that they were charging an incredible amount for a hash brown. So if I wanted an extra hash brown with my order, I think I probably would have spent $3, $4. I don't even know what they're going for, but I know that they're very expensive. So I'm pretty sure if I would have gotten an extra hash brown, this meal probably would have been probably around $15 to $17. I don't know. It's just insane. So again, guys, I'm going to leave the video here. I'm going to continue servicing my appointments for the day. And I will continue to provide you guys good content. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos where I provide information that I think will benefit you and will also educate you on the types of inflation that's out there and the ways that American consumers are getting ripped off, because there's so many things that I think that a lot of people are not aware of, and maybe it would serve, maybe you could share this video and educate other people as well. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. It's about 12:30 p.m. right now, and as you saw earlier, I still have not eaten the remainder of this hash brown, which I really am not going to eat it all. And then also the leftover amount of sandwich that I didn't eat. And you know, after an hour or so after eating that meal, which like I said, it's been several years since I've eaten something from McDonald's like this, I started feeling heartburn. I was not feeling well. There was about an hour there after I ate that I had, my body was just not feeling well. So right now, like I said, it is about 12:30, so I think I am going to get some food, but definitely not McDonald's. I don't recommend it. Even though it tastes good at the moment, you do have some side effects from that, eating this type of food. I don't recommend it at all.